you know me and her out there because me can't go carry her and she away from her bus. So she, you know, look at she walk and she push me. And say, what she say? I don't want to pretend my life on her. She said something. And me push her back and say, she said, me, but I fuck her on so this boy, you guys ignore her. Him call me and start choke me up and do me all kind of something. But eventually, me lick him back. I'm licking like skills and them something there. And hold him round him neck. And
So no was fighting out at the bus stop? How the guy look?
this is it now. I don't know him. So I don't necessarily know him. But if I go to the bus stop and if I see him again, which he never look like him, I go nowhere either. She have something like disagreement or nothing, you know. That is when everything turned out with me and him. And she said, it's time for you. But she I think I told she said I run her and a fight for outside. And me going into the
Terrible things are expected to happen at night, in the shadows when there is no one there to see. Somehow, that blanket of darkness gives a sense that danger may be lurking, so we are especially careful at night. We check our doors, lock our burglar bars as we try to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe from the Black Heart Man walking outside. But sadly, it doesn't matter the time of day. Evil walks also in the daytime. Even in the morning, when it's bright out and your guard is down, it pounces when least expected. This is the house where Khanice Jackson lived with her mother on Manchester Avenue in Independence City in the coastal town of Portmore in St. Catherine. At 20 years old, she was looking forward to a bright future. She was young, beautiful, in a budding relationship. She had landed herself a job as an accounting clerk in a good company in the city. The young woman was certainly poised to accomplish her dreams, dreams that will never be realized, because her life came to a sudden halt one sunny morning. Khanice Jackson left her home for work at about 7 on the morning of Wednesday, March 24, 2021. Unbeknownst to her or her mother, something sinister was brewing, and she would be at the center of events that would spark a national outrage. What began as a typical day soon turned into the beginning of a horrid nightmare. Just after 12 noon that same Wednesday, Eunice Chambers, mother of the young woman, got the first of 2 calls she would receive from 2 different individuals, calling from Polyfoods Limited, inquiring about her daughter who had not shown up for work. She had not heard from Khanice, her only child, since she left home that morning, and after multiple calls to her phone went unanswered, she realized that something was wrong. At 8 p.m. that evening, having not heard from her daughter, at the start of the national island-wide curfew, a worried Eunice Chambers along with Khanice's boyfriend Kevin Williams and his father arrived at the Caymanas police station to file a missing person report. The next day, Thursday, March 25, Khanice's loved ones appeared on CBM Live pleading for her safe return.
She went to the bus stop to get our bus to work, and I didn't hear anything else until our workplace called and said she haven't come to work. This is the first time, and that's why I know something is wrong. This never happened before. Somebody have her out there. Somebody have her. I just want her home. Begging whoever to let her go, let she come home.
The family held on to hope, as when they called, the phone belonging to Khanice never went to voicemail. It rang, which indicated that it was on and possibly being charged. Someone even answered on one occasion when her boyfriend called.
Someone answered, but I didn't want to spook the person, so I didn't say anything, so I listened very keenly. I was hoping to hear Connie's voice, so I could ask her where she was. Distinctively hear a male voice in the back.
All hopes were shattered when the search for Khanice came to a tragic end on Friday, March 26, when a passerby stumbled across a body among the rubble at the Portmore fishing village located along Dyke Road in Portmore, St. Catherine. The body was partially decomposed and was found with the hands bound. She was clad in the same clothes she had left for work in just 2 days earlier. As the story broke around mid-morning and the hunt for Khanice's killer got underway, people couldn't help but wonder who would want the beautiful young woman dead, and what could have led to such a gruesome act. The death of Khanice was on the tongues of a countless number of people as the day moved into the afternoon, and in a matter of hours, it was reported in the news that the police had picked up a suspect in connection with the horrific killing of Khanice Jackson. The news reported that the suspect in custody was Robert Fowler, a 50-year-old mechanic, and that he was picked up in the Crossroads area. Fowler often gave Khanice a lift to work in the mornings from Portmore to Crossroads, where they both worked. Fowler at Bola's Motoring World and Khanice at Polyfoods Limited. Her family knew about this arrangement to the point that he was one of the first persons who came to mind in trying to determine her whereabouts. Khanice trusted the older man who had expressed interest in her. She also told her mother about Fowler's expressed interest in having an intimate relationship with her.
No, he used to pick her up because she told me he worked close to her. So him see her all the time and him pass her at the bus stop. So him tell her him can give her a drive in the morning. So that's why she took the drive. She told me him might get to like her. And she said she tell him, no, I don't like you that way. And him saying we'll give her the drive same way. But she don't want to do anything with him because she don't like him that way. So I'm willing to still give her the drive in the morning.
Khanice's boyfriend expressed in no uncertain terms his disapproval of her accepting rides from Fowler, a man he did not trust, as expressed in text messages between the two. Just days after Khanice's body was found and the suspect apprehended, police made the disclosure that Fowler had confessed and that he was being charged. Based on police investigations, Robert Fowler lured the young woman to his home, killed her, left her body in his house while he went to work.
On the morning of her death, our investigation also revealed that Mr. Fowler had actually lured her to his home under the guise that he had forgotten to take a piece of equipment that was relevant to his trade as a mechanic rather. And that's how she ended up being at his home in Portmore.
So in the caution statement, was there evidence of motive established?
Well, based on what we were told, that there was an argument, a dispute, and he got upset and she was strangled. That's the way he actually strangled her. He used a piece of rope. And just to say that, without giving away too much, that a similar piece of rope was actually found at his house. And he admitted that, yes, the victim was strangled, albeit he may have given a different account as to where the incident happened. But we believe, based on our investigation, that it happened at his home. And the body remained there until he returned from work. He disposed of the body in a Nissan Caravan that he actually drove.
The death of Khanice left a long trail of heartache. According to neighbors, she was reserved just like her mother. Her boyfriend Kevin described her as an angel.
Remember, it's 4 years I know Khanice, you know. If I tell you this, the things that we go through, it will be unbelievable. You literally cry. You could listen to me for hours. I have so much things I can tell you about Khanice. So much good memories. You'd be unbelievable. She was a living angel, Jamaica. I can tell you that. There's no hiding or going around that. Khanice was our living angel. That is God blessing to me, her mom, her family, everybody who she touched. That was a blessing from God. And sometimes God takes back his angels. And it's just so unfortunate that she had to go like this.
One question that has been at the heart of the whole matter has been, who is Robert Fowler? They say Silent River runs deep, and most people say Robert Fowler is silent. Some may even say he doesn't look like a killer. But how does a killer really look? Quiet, soft-spoken, and kind are some of the words that have been used by people who know the confessed killer personally to describe him. Residents of the community of Christian Gardens, the community in which Robert Fowler lived up to the time of his arrest, have expressed shock that a man they have known and lived amongst for years could commit such a heinous crime. 50-year-old Robert Fowler appeared to be a typical working-class, middle-aged man. He maintained a modest outward appearance and appeared to be unassuming and decent. He would be seen leaving his home for work in the mornings. A known fact in Christian Gardens is that the man who hails from the neighboring community of Waterford is a mechanic by trade. He has even worked on a few cars in the neighborhood. Fowler spent many years owning his skills, and over the years he worked privately and at various places until just under 10 years ago, when he was employed to Bowler's Motoring World in the Crossroads area, where he specialized in repairing BMWs. There are many reasons why people are finding it shocking that such a man could commit such a heinous act toward a young woman. But one major reason is that he's a father of 3 children, 2 of whom are girls, ages 16 and 10, and is said to play an active role in their lives. Fowler was in a common law relationship which ended after 15 years before entering another relationship with a younger woman who spoke about his generosity in an interview with CVM Live.
He's a very kind person. Enough time if a customer attempts him to learn to say no, is always a yes man, yes. So for that, me can say him kind. When it comes to certain things, I'm very sensitive, and him not like to feel embarrassed. Him active in his kid's life. And son is him taking time for who have bring vehicle come him fix it. That's all him do. Him not even really talk to people. Not even the shop them that the era him go. Cause every night when he come home, him bring me one shop in the scheme. I have to buy my nightly snack or juice, whichever for going with. Whoever say my woman beat, why them wait until Khanice day before them come out with all of this?
The woman who claims that Fowler had confessed to her what he had done the same day Khanice Jackson went missing, later came public once again, this time on social media to clear her name, as she believed that the interview done with CVM TV might have given people the notion that she was more sympathetic to her ex-lover's actions than she actually was, and also to express concerns over the fact that she and family members were being threatened.
Alright, so I see a video made the video that go out CVM last time. I see everybody, people, not everybody more of a call, some people who absent really sit down and look into the video and answer it. I see where a lot of people are saying that may I defend him, may I uphold him, may they know say I'm a killer, me did this and me did that. Okay, listen, I give the stories of it because CVM only give the piece where them want to cut out and put out there. Firstly, when they hear me and say he was a nice whatever person, that they asked me the type of person he was towards me, and I replied, me saying he was this type of person or whatever has nothing to do with the case or trying to prove that him innocent or he's a good man or what, because all if you're innocent or you're good, once you take a life, I death it there. You cross a line that can never be broken because what, you kill somebody. Cool? Okay. They must say, I have no sympathy or no remorse. How much more remorse can I show? How much more can I show? The day went out and I cry, I call my sister, then I cry about it. I can't do no more. I call the mother, I call the phone. I call the number that was there on the missing person, and I wasn't sure if it is the boyfriend I talked to, but I talked to somebody. But I talking to him, I now discuss the nature of the relationship that we spoke about. But when we spoke about it and him done talk, him end up that him come back and the mother was there and the mother wanted to hear what I had to say, and I said it. After saying what I had to say, they say to contact the nearest whatever, and I also did that. See what people don't know, people are always stop because people love to assume and think, bring down people more ever. Woman feeling as if is everybody out there is the same, or feeling that we have people out there with non-good intention or whichever. I am a woman, and the same way I do that to that little girl, or the same way I could have do to me too. Same when every day I talk to him is a dirty man, and I'm not gonna take it back. When I talk about him to get life in a prison, rare. Anybody know by him balls? Hang him to hang him by him balls. Man, I support no former rapist or no type of killer. Because once you cross the line with them type of things, they are done. You understand? When me meet him, wasn't a person like that. Me meet him, have my man, me in my relationship. Everybody I talk about him, baby mother. I'm living. Me not live with this man, people. I don't live with this man. This man is not my personal man, or whichever it is. It's not that way. But instead of people asking, everybody just want to jump and say, alright, this, wagwan, or share this, whatever the case may be. You get me? I talk about pretty. Me not ugly. I'm a very pretty person too. He's a very nice person, but at the end of the day, we not talk about color, and we not talk about looks, because what, someone lost their life. But instead of we really sitting looking down and sit and think about it, no, we rather to jump and bash and this one woman, because what she did there with the man. I never tell him to do whatever it is that him do. If I could have stopped it that day, I would have done that. But what, I couldn't do that. You understand? So how is it me to say me wicked and then I go say me a cover up for him because you know the first and old man for run joke like that. Listen to me, my name is a type of person. I'm very dramatic. Sometimes we say some things to me and more while I laugh it for me, I say some money where that come from, but I don't know intention no way. Like they simply speaking, I say probably them go kill themselves or them can't manage them type of stuff. So no things them just think that say dramatic it or whichever. Whenever really I think about that, I say this person really would have commit such an act or whichever. When him say to me, I take myself and I go to the yard, run at the yard, go look the yard gate up and everything. I did it probably about 5 minutes. I turn to my sister and say, come move because I don't see vehicle and I know some left vehicle for work this morning whatsoever. You understand? So I never really, but when I realize this, I get out of hand and serious. I never just sit down with it because I could feel within myself, no, it's something like this happen. And even when me kind of have a little bit of intuition about it or kind of surmise something, I know so probably like this will take place, you know, and then I go sit down and don't do it. Anybody who wish to speak or try to reach out to the family or the boyfriend that tell it just as the same. I've been talked to them already. I've been shown my remorse. I've been said what I had to say. And them tell me thanks a million times.
Since his picture was released in the media, a young woman has come forward with claims that she was harassed by Robert Fowler. Another person even accused him in an Instagram post of killing her cousin.
He came up to me and said, you can give me a call, please? And I said, okay. And I gave him my phone. And then he used my phone to call his phone. And I was like, why did you do that? He's saying because he likes me and he wants to be with me and he wants to get to know me better.
It's alleged that he called at nights asking several questions like,
if he can give me $2,000 for a hug or $10,000 for him to touch my private area. I was feeling very sad knowing that actually he was trying to get to know me and calling down my phone and everything. He could have done the same thing to me and maybe other girls out there. It makes me feel sad. I was sleepless for about 3 nights, keep on thinking about it, having nightmare. What if it was me or somebody that I knew that well?
When a crime as horrific as this one happens, there is usually a surge in speculations and unanswered questions, and it is no different in this case. Some speculate that Khanice and Robert were in an intimate relationship. Others even speculate that their relationship goes as far back as when she was a high school student. However, DCP Fitz-Bailey made it clear that based on investigation thus far, the two were not involved intimately.
And I also want to point out that when the initial report was made, we were told that the person that she might have had contact with was Robert Fowler, who used to take her periodically to work whenever he drives a motor car. In addition, I want to clarify, based on our investigation, that there was no intimate relationship between the two parties. Our understanding that it was just a pure platonic relationship that existed.
Please don't want Jamaica to paint in Khanice in any image. We, the family, and many people around her know who she was. She was a sweet, innocent, honest, nice, caring, passionate. Even if you don't like her, she can find a way to still help. That's how she is, and she's not doing it in an aggressive way. She's doing it in a way that she knows she eventually just can, you know?
Anybody who wants to say that she was this type of person or that, them don't know her. They don't know her. She's just like her mother. Her mother, most of the time, you have to wonder if she live here. You understand? If you don't come to get something from her, you see her walking down the out here and you stop and talk. Because she don't run for all about from yard to yard. She don't do that. And she, just like her mother, she she's even more reserved than her mother, and her mother is very reserved. You understand? You can only say good things about her. Good things about her, nothing bad.
Robert Fowler confessed to killing Khanice Jackson. But what that really means is that he robbed a young woman of her life, the chance to live her dreams, the opportunity to enjoy some of the things she loved doing ever again, like watching a football game, going to the beach, doing art. He robbed Eunice Chambers of the chance to see her daughter through major life experiences, like getting married and having children.
Hi there, sister.